All right. What's up, you guys? What's up, everybody? What's up, you guys? What's up? All right. Welcome to my channel, y'all. Real Talk Recovery, where we talk about recovery from addiction and I share my life with you. Welcome to the channel. I'm glad to see you guys here. Let me share this video. If you don't mind, go ahead and share this video. If you're in any recovery groups, go ahead and share it to those groups. And let's get everybody on the same page. So I want y'all to know that I have notes because I don't take this topic lightly. This is like something I think will really help you guys a lot. If any of you guys are struggling, this is the video for you. So let me get. Yay! I'm glad you guys are all doing great. All right. So, how many of you guys worked out with me today? That was an ass-kicking workout. That was hard, y'all. I sweated my ass off. I didn't even take a shower. I just put some makeup on and came back down. And when I get done with this video, I will take a nice hot shower. But till then, I was like, I just got to do my thing. Hey, David, how are you doing? Does that count? I suppose. Thank you guys for all being here. I really appreciate you guys for being here. Okay. So today we're going to talk about relapse prevention, you guys. And I like to think I'm pretty well versed in this topic because I've relapsed many, many times. And I have learned from experience what works and what doesn't work, at least for me. Okay. So just remember that, what I'm going to talk about today is going to be exactly what worked for me. If you are a lot like me and you see the things that I do and you're like, yeah, that will work for me, this will probably help you stay sober. If you listen and do these things, I promise you'll stay on the right track. I'm almost certain. And I know that's probably like really ballsy to say that, but I'm pretty sure you'll stay on track. So, what, baby? Can you give me some more meat? Yes, I will. Hold on, guys. I got to get Nate some more food. Was that delicious? Okay, good deal. You want rice with it? You can't see me now. Because we got rice too, Nate. It's really hot, so make sure you blow on it. Okay? Yeah. Did you eat any of the green things? No. No? I don't like this. Okay. This is hot. Okay, we have an elevator in here, so I'm going to use the elevator. Okay. Here you go, Bubba. That's how you do that. That's the elevator. Don't spill it. The bus elevator. Okay. All right. So, first things first, relapse prevention. Okay, guys. I hope you guys are all here. I hope everybody that wants to be here is here. Let's get into it. Okay. Relapse prevention. The first thing that we need to work on in order to prevent relapse is we first have to sit down and really really get in tune with what's been going on with ourselves, okay? And we need to tap in and figure out, do I have any reservations? Reservations, not reservations to go out to eat, not reservations at a hotel, reservations to use. Are you saving a spot one day thinking you'll be able to use successfully? Now, for many, many years, you guys, I had reservations. I thought that one day I would get to a point in my life where I would be able to use and not have negative consequences. Therefore, those reservations kept me going back to drugs and alcohol. I would get sober and I would have every intention of staying sober, but I would have that thought in the back of my mind that one day I could do it. So first and foremost, if we want to stay sober, we have to get rid of all those reservations. We have to smash the idea that one day we'll be able to get high. We have to come to terms with the fact that we can never use ever again. Now, sometimes that can be very difficult. Some of you might go through a period of time where it's like you're grieving the loss of a best friend, because that's what drugs and alcohol were to you and me. They were everything to me. They were my friend. They were my lover. They were my boss. Drugs and alcohol ran the show. And so when I finally had to let go of that relationship, it was hard, and I had to go through that grieving process. So how do you let go of that? How do you let go of your best friend, drugs and alcohol? Well, this is how you're going to do it. You're going to sit down, and I've got all my notes right here. You're going to sit down and you're going to list out pros and cons of how your drug of choice treated you in the relationship that you were in for many, many years. Now, if you're anything like me, your whole list is going to be how your drug of choice treated you like shit. Your drug of choice ended up taking you out there and hanging you up to dry. So in order to smash those reservations, that's one of the things that really, really helped me out a lot, you guys, was physically writing it down so I could look at it on paper. Okay, so here, I'll go through it with you. The pros of being high, of getting my drugs, right? The pros was it used to make me feel good, but then on the con side, it stopped working. And then I started feeling guilt and shame. Okay, and so every pro that I had to list ended up resulting in a con. Another con, I would get high and I went to prison because of my drug addiction. I got high and I lost relationships because of my drug addiction. I lost jobs, cars, respect. My mom and dad, they didn't want to be around me. All these things, you guys, were the ways that I was not getting along. Me and drugs and alcohol do not go together. But when you're in your addiction and you're like still in that honeymoon phase where you're having a good time and you're enjoying the feelings produced by drugs and alcohol, it's hard to mentally think about that. So if you can sit down and write it down on paper, then it's a lot easier for you to physically see the results of your addiction and how that addiction has taken you and hurt you, So first things first, we got to get rid of the reservations, smash them, throw them out the door, run them over, take them, drive over them, then run over them with the car backwards. Okay, get rid of all your reservations. You have to know without a shadow of a doubt that you are not going to be able to get high ever again. Getting high is the worst thing that you can do. Getting high is the enemy. Okay, so that's the first step. Let's get rid of those reservations. Let's smash them, throw them out the window. Okay. Next step. Got my notes. I wrote all this down because I was trying to think of all the things that I did when I first got sober and what really, really helped me to build the foundation that I have today. And so sometimes I'll come on here and I can just go from my head, but I want to stay on topic. So the first thing I want you to do after you get rid of all your reservations, you guys, is I want you to reach out for help. Okay. I want you to reach out to another addict or alcoholic that's been sober. I want you to reach out. I want you to be honest with your family. I want you to reach out and I want you to join some recovery support groups, whether it be Mara, Smart Recovery, Refuge Recovery. These are all amazing programs that you guys can become a part of, and they're doing things online right now because of the coronavirus. So reach out for help. Be honest with your family. Be honest with the people around you, and find some people that have been down the road before that you can relate to. That's really, really important. Okay. The reason why it's so important is because you can't sit down with your mom or your dad or your sister or your brother or your boyfriend or your girlfriend who's not a drug addict or an alcoholic and talk with them the way you can sit down and talk with someone who has been there and who is an addict or an alcoholic, who understands what you're going through and how you feel. Hey, Sam. A lot of the times when we first are trying to get into recovery, we're ashamed and we're embarrassed and we have a lot of guilt. And so we don't want anyone to know. We want to keep it a big secret that we're an alcoholic or an addict. Just so you guys know, like, you might not think that anyone knows, but 9 times out of 10, people know. I know many people who have thought, oh, I have everybody fooled, right? I have everybody fooled. I work a job. I'm productive member of society. Nobody knows that I have a problem. But there's always somebody who catches you slipping, who knows that, oh, that person wasn't on time to work today, or they come in after the weekends on Mondays, always hungover. Somebody knows. It's not your big secret. And you know what? Even if it is some big secret that you're hiding from everybody, secrets keep us sick. Okay? So as long as you're keeping that little secret addiction that nobody can know about, I love you, addiction. Addiction, you're going to be with me for the rest of my life. You got to let go of that, you guys, and you got to shine a light. You got to let people know that you're struggling and not be ashamed. You have to stop worrying about what other people think and get the help that you need. So, first thing I want you to do is reach out for help, okay? Reach out for help and get connected with some other addicts and alcoholics that are in recovery, and talk about what you're going through. Talk about how you're feeling and ask those people for support. And I'm telling you, once you start sharing with other addicts and alcoholics, it is going to be amazing how great it feels to actually have people who understand what you're going through. It's going to be a weight lifted off your shoulders. You're going to feel like a new man or new woman because now you don't have to keep this deep, dark secret anymore. Now you don't have to do this alone. All right?
Mommy.
What, buddy?
Do you have any chocolate or do you have any pops?
No. Next thing I want you to do, after you reach out for help, I want you to put yourself together a support system, okay? I want you to build this support system like it's a pyramid, okay? I want you to have it all boom, 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 okay? So on the bottom level of your support system, you're going to have your family, your mom, your dad, your sister, your brothers, your wife, your girlfriend, all those people that have seen you in your addiction and want to help you change, right? Nate, I really need you to go upstairs, son, because this is important. No, I cannot.
Please.
No, it's right in there. Go in the refrigerator.
I can't reach up there.
Go get your plate and bring it down here now.
What?
Go get your plate.
No.
Nate, go get it.
Fine.
New visitor.
I need 5 minutes to myself. 5 minutes, guys. Y'all are going to see me blow a gasket today. I just want 5 minutes, y'all. 5 minutes to myself. What about the other plate?
Nothing's on it.
Okay. Okay. Those are fake. Y'all know they are. Okay, here we go. Back to it, y'all. So build your support system. On the bottom level of your support system, you'll have your family, your sister, your brothers, your wife, your husband, your girlfriend, the people who have been with you through this whole addiction and who will be like your cheerleaders, okay? Then on the next level of support, you'll have other addicts and alcoholics that are in recovery. Like this group can be on your second level, okay? Then on your third level of support, I want you to either get an accountability partner or a sponsor, okay? You don't necessarily have to be like a 12-stepper, but I would say if you get an accountability partner, that's the same thing as having a sponsor. Then above that, I want you to go out and get yourself a good addiction counselor or therapist. Somebody that you can, that understands the disease of addiction and that you can talk to and that they can like process things with you and all that kind of good stuff, okay? And then above that, you always this is so important, you guys, and I know a lot of people might not agree with me, but I believe that this is important. When I got sober, I needed to find myself a good primary care physician, okay? Because for so many years I didn't take care of my body. I didn't eat right, obviously. I did drugs. I damaged my body. So I had to get tested for hepatitis C, which I ended up having. Okay, I needed to get tested for AIDS. Thank God I didn't get that, or HIV. I had to have my, blood pressure taken, all those things. And so when we get sober, a lot of the times what we'll do is we've been neglecting our health for so many years. And without having good health, what could end up happening is you can have some, underlying issues or something that you didn't even know you had, and it could crop back up in your recovery. And if you don't have a doctor that you can see, it could really cause you some problems, and it could be a reason why you could go out and relapse, So foundation, mom, dad, sister, brother, all that. Okay. Recovering addicts and alcoholics, sponsor or accountability partner, therapy or addiction counselor, and a good primary care physician. Okay. That's a good triangle of support. And of course, up at the very top is going to be your higher power, your spirituality, who you connect with, because that's really what it's all about when we're beating our addiction. It's about connecting, you guys. It's about no longer isolating ourselves and talking with others and learning to, get in tap with our true selves, not our selves that we were when we were in our active addictions, Okay. Next, join a recovery program or fellowship. Okay. And so this is what I was saying earlier. There's so many different new fellowships, you guys. So there's the 12 steps. Then there's Refuge Recovery, Smart Recovery, Celebrate Recovery, Mara, Real Talk Recovery. There's so many different awesome fellowships that you can become a part of. And when you join these fellowships, it's going to help you because you're going to have more people that you can add to your arsenal of tools that you can fight relapse with, that you can fight your addiction with. So if you'll get involved, get into a fellowship, really get in there and become like a front runner. Ask them, say, what can I do? Can I like be the secretary, or can I like greet people? Or like here in our chat, we have people, y'all may not know this, but I have people who have jobs in the chat. Like I have somebody who greets every person that comes in. And it's important. These are jobs that you can do to be of service to other people. And that's going to help you on your sober journey. So get in where you fit in. Get involved, okay? Don't sit in the back row. Don't hide out underneath the couch cushions. Get up there and get active, okay? That's what's going to help you. You cannot do the same thing that you've always done. If you keep doing the same thing you've always done, you're going to get the same results. Remember? Okay. So I could go on and on. Okay, so number 3, I was telling you all you need to have a therapist, right? Therapy is so important, you guys. It has helped me tremendously. I didn't realize how much trauma that I had from when I was in my addiction until I started going to therapy, and I realized, like, I put myself through so much. I have nightmares still, you guys, to this day of that guy. I have nightmares that I'm still in that trailer with his family and just going through hell, and it's trauma, y'all. Trauma. So get yourself a therapist or an addiction counselor. It's going to make a difference in your life. It's going to help you so much. Okay, next. Number 4, plan your days. Okay. So one of the things that I always struggled with was having too much idle time, having too much time where I was just kind of like chilling and just blowing in the wind. And that's one thing, like, I had this one counselor when I was in rehab. She would always say to me, like, there's Nicole just blowing in the wind. Any way the wind blows, Nicole's going to go. Right. And so don't just be like me, blowing in the wind. Anchor yourself. Anchor yourself. Okay. Plan your days. Okay. I wake up at 9 o'clock in the morning every day. 9 o'clock in the morning, 9:30, I have breakfast. 9:45, I do my meditation. 10 o'clock, I go to work. Whatever you have planned. If you don't have a job yet, right? And you're at the house. Thank you, Detroit. I have been doing so good. We're 5 days in a row now. You noticed. I feel like I'm getting skinnier. Thank you. Okay, anyway, back to the topic. If you're just like, kind of like, if you don't have a plan for your day, you guys, just like if I don't have a plan for the day, what I'm going to eat, I will drift off track with my healthy eating. If I don't have a plan for the day with what I'm going to work out with Nick, right? If he doesn't text me and tell me what the workout's going to be, I'm already trying to plan a way to dodge it. True story. And so if you can get yourself a little planner, okay? Get yourself a little planner. It doesn't have to be like all freaking perfect, you guys. Just try to set yourself up for success, okay? By every single day, you need to be doing something for your sobriety, okay? Every day. Every single day. You either need to be going to a meeting, you need to be on a Zoom meeting or one of these meetings. And here's the beautiful thing about it. Every night at 7, I go live. So you guys know every single night that you're going to be able to come here and do some recovery stuff and hang out, right? So that's what we have to do, is like plan, okay? And I didn't realize like how serious it is to plan my day, but I'm telling you what, since I've been trying to get it in shape, you guys, and eat healthy, I've already realized that, you know what, when I don't plan or I don't have like set out meals, then I'm like trying to snack and trying to eat other stuff. Like the 3 or 4 days that I had salad in a row, it was because I had these pre-made salad with pre-cut chicken. And so that's like a really good option for me that I need to have all the time. So that way it's something that I can eat that's healthy, that will help me, right? Right. So start scheduling your days, you guys, and make sure that you're doing something for your recovery every single day, whether it's like I said, going to a meeting, whether it is journaling and speaking with other people in recovery, whether it's doing some kind of exercise and getting active. Don't wait for many years like I did, and wait until you have gotten to a point where you're struggling, okay? I waited so many years to get myself in shape, you guys, that now I'm really having a hard time because I have gotten to a point where it's difficult to turn back. So I'm not to the point of no return, but I can be there easily, so I want you guys to make sure that you plan your days. If you need any suggestions and you want to know what I think you should do to plan, or what you can do in order to like put things in order, let me know and I'll help you. I'll help you plan your day. Okay? All right. Number 5, get honest and talk about it. Reach out, snitch on your addiction. Okay? So, getting honest was probably one of the hardest things for me to do, you guys, because I had become accustomed to just lying and manipulating for so many years. It was second nature to me to lie. And so now it's second nature to me to do the right thing. Now it's second nature for me to help others, right? But at first it wasn't like that. So if you can start practicing telling the truth, practicing doing the right thing, okay? Practicing talking about how you feel, practicing helping others, okay? These are all things that you can do that are going to help rewire your brain, okay? For those of you guys that didn't know, when you are getting sober and you're changing the way you behave, you're rewiring your brain. You're changing the neural pathways in your brain. Okay, so every single day that I come on and I do my recovery meeting, I'm ingraining and changing that pathway that used to go to getting high, and now it's going to, okay, we got to do a recovery meeting. Same with healthy exercise and healthy eating. Every time I eat healthy, every time I do an exercise, I'm changing that neural pathway. I am leaving that old behavior and that old shit of eating and binging and not exercising behind, and I'm transitioning into the healthy life, right? Hey, Lisa. Okay, number 6, esteemable acts. This is like my favorite one, probably. Did you guys know that when you do things that are good, it makes you feel good? Like when you have a job and you're gainfully employed, it makes you feel good. When you are exercising, it makes you feel good. When you're hanging out with people who are doing the right thing, it makes you feel good. Get involved, do some things that build your self-esteem, okay? If you're somebody who, let's think. Okay, so if you're like really into sports and stuff, join a freaking basketball league and start playing basketball. Like I said, get a job and get gainfully employed to where you can start providing for yourself and your family. These are things that are going to help you in your journey staying sober, because when you feel good, you do good. Okay? All right. Okay. Open your mind. Open your mind. Okay? Take suggestions. Focus on you and building a healthy, happy life. So, for the longest time, you guys, in my addiction, I was a one-way street kind of person. Especially at the beginning of my channel, I was very rigid. I only seen recovery one way or the highway, right? When we open our minds and we look at things from a different point of view and change the way we perceive things, it's going to help you in your sobriety. Listen to what other people say who have been down the road before you. Take suggestions, okay? You know the saying that they say, take what you need and leave the rest behind, okay? Take what you need and leave the rest behind. Number 9, get accountable. Set goals and share your story. Get accountable, set goals, and share your story, okay? Getting accountable is like what I've done here with my channel. This channel has helped me have accountability. And now I'm setting goals and I'm achieving those goals. And that's also helping me build my self-esteem, and it's helping me stay sober, okay? Sharing your story is also going to help you, because the more you share your story, the more self-reflection you do. It's almost like every time I share my story, I remember why I'm staying sober today and why I don't want to go back to that life. Because it's like, you know what? That life ain't the life for me anymore. Today I got the good life. Today I have a family that loves me, and my son and my husband, like my mom and dad back in my life. I don't want to go back to the way I used to be. I don't want to do that anymore, you know? Number 10, this should have been at the first of the thing. Remove people, places, and things that are negative out of your life. If you have people in your life, you guys, that are constantly judging you, constantly reminding you of the person that you used to be, constantly telling you that you're never going to be better you're always going to just be a drug addict, or people that are getting high and using drugs around you, remove those people from your life. Get away from them. Run as fast as you can. You don't need those people in your life. What you need in your life when you're trying to stay sober is you need good people who are staying sober also, who are going to lift you up and encourage you. Okay? And again, I'm going to revert back to the healthy eating and dieting. I'm not going to hang around a 600-pound woman who's stuffing her face all day long. I'm going to hang around a young 27-year-old guy named Nick who's going to help me stay in shape, right? Because he's going to challenge me to make those changes. It's the same with getting sober. If you want to change and you want to stay sober, you got to have people around you that are doing just that, because they're going to help you. Stick with the winners. Okay. All right. I think that's all I got, y'all. Yeah. Let me make sure. Oh, and spirituality. You know, I don't ever talk to you guys a lot about this because I know everybody's religious beliefs are different. But for me, it was really important for me to get back in touch with God and realize that it wasn't God that left me. It was me that left him. My God has been there the whole time with me, you guys. He has walked me through this life. He has made sure that I was safe and didn't die. He protected me, you know, when I couldn't take care of myself. He loved me when no one else loved me. And so I'm not telling you I gotta go to church and become a holy roller, but you know, I started praying and I started doing meditation, and that helps me because I'm grateful, and it helps me to just know that I'm not alone, and I know that there's somebody out there that's looking out after me, because if there wasn't, I wouldn't be here. You know, I wouldn't be here. So I'm going to go through the list with you guys. How to prevent a relapse. Number 1 is smash your reservations. Get rid of all those reservations that you can ever drink or use again. Number 2, build a support system. Okay, and we made it like a pyramid. At the bottom is going to be your family. Then after that, family, your recovery support friends. Okay, then above that is going to be your sponsor or accountability partner. Then above that is going to be a therapist or counselor. Then above that is going to be your primary care physician. And then above that will be your higher power. Okay. And I always want you guys, like, I want you to have a doctor, because after being on drugs for so many years, you need to make sure that you're healthy. Okay. And I could even go as far as to say a dentist too, because I had to get one of those too. Okay. Next, join a recovery program or fellowship. And that can be anything. That does not have to be AA or NA. That's not the only fellowship there is. Real Talk Recovery is a fellowship. Mara is a fellowship. They got Celebrate Recovery, Refuge Recovery, Smart Recovery. These are all different fellowships that you can join that will help benefit you in your recovery. Okay, next is make sure that you get into therapy or some kind of addiction counseling. Hey, Jana, anytime, girl. It's really going to help you out a lot, you guys, to be able to sit down and process through your trauma. You might have PTSD, you might have depression, you might have anxiety, all these things, okay? But if you can get with a therapist or a counselor, they're going to be able to understand you a lot, okay? All right. I don't know what number is. Next was plan your days, right? fill your days up. Okay, you guys, don't have like a bunch of airtime where you're not doing anything, because when you don't have anything planned, that's when bad things can happen. Okay. All right. Get honest and talk about it. Reach out for help. Okay. Talk about how you're feeling. Don't be ashamed. Snitching on your addiction. Okay. Do esteemable acts. Get gainfully employed. Start working out and do some sober activities. These are things that when you look good, you feel good. Okay. All right. Spirituality, prayer, and meditation. And you guys know that's up to you what you believe in, but I had to get back in contact with God because for a long time I had pushed him away. Next, be open-minded and take suggestions and focus on you and building a healthy, happy life. And just like it says, open your mind. Listen to people who have been there before you. Take what you need and leave the rest behind. Get accountable, set goals, and share your story. Okay? And the last thing was remove people, places, and things that are negative from your life. So like I was saying before, if you have people in your life that are constantly reminding you of the old you, if you have people in your life that are getting high still, if you have people in your life that are trying to influence you in a negative way to do other things, just cut them off, you guys. Do not play with fire because you will get burnt. Okay? Do not keep sticking your hand on the hot stove thinking it's not going to be hot. I did that for many years and I kept relapsing. I have pretty much learned that these things, if you do these things, these will help you stay sober. I promise you. I promise you. So, did I do good? My presentation for the day. I hope that helps you guys out because, and listen, I'm not like, this is serious, you guys. Like, these are things that I know will help you stay sober. I know if you do this, you are going to stay on track. Okay. I can almost guarantee it to you. If you want to be sober and you do these things, you will succeed. Okay. You will succeed. You just got to do it. Some of you are holding on to these old ideas. Some of you guys think that you can still play with drugs and alcohol and get away with it. And I'm here to tell you guys that the longer you keep playing, the worse it's going to get. Okay? What, bud?
I'm trying to find on search.
The more you... We're not doing my phone. We're not doing video.
Please.
No.
Please.
Nathaniel, the more you guys listen to me, and I'm not trying to be ugly, but we are not spring chickens anymore. It's not like when we were getting high and we were younger and we bounced back. You know what I mean? Like, if we get high now, we're going to hurt ourselves. We could overdose and die. And even if you are young, you still don't need to be getting high. Make a change. Change your life now while you still have time. Okay? All right. So, yeah. That was a good one, huh? I was really excited to do that with you guys because I know these things work. I've done these things. These are things, listen, I'm not asking you guys to do anything that I haven't done myself. These are things that I do in my life to stay sober, okay? And so yeah, I had 7 years, 4 years, 3 years, 2 years, and kept relapsing. I'm so glad to be on Suboxone. I'm glad you found that. I'm glad too, Diane. I'm glad it helps you, you know? That's the thing, you guys. Like, I'm telling you guys, though, if you do these things, they will help you a lot. Okay? They really, really will. Because I want you to think about when you Diane, I want you to think back to when you were relapsing. What weren't you doing? What things were you leaving out of your program? Do you know what I'm saying? Because I can look back on when I was relapsing, and I know that every time I relapsed, it was either because I was bringing people around me that were getting high, I was putting my job before my sobriety, and I would be working too many hours, or I would be hanging out with people that weren't sober at all and thinking I could go hang out with them and relapsed, you know, all the time, you guys. It was always, and it was always because I had some reservation. You know, I had a reservation that I would still be able to get high and I wouldn't have these bad things happening. And every single time I got high, you guys, more bad things happened. And so I finally reached out for help. And you know what? If reaching out for help means getting on Suboxone, then you need to do that. If reaching out for help means you need to get on methadone, then you need to do that. Okay? Reaching out for help could be many different things to many different people. You know, if you're an alcoholic and you're like, I can't stop drinking, you know, reach out for help. Go to detox. Get on antabuse. That shit will, you try to drink on that shit, it'll make you so sick you wish you never drank. Same, Diane, same. Yes, see? And so it's always something that we stop doing, I feel like. Or we just go back to this point in our lives where we think we can do it, you know, and that reservation comes to the front. It's like so important for us to like smash that. It's like if you have to sit down and, like I said, list the pros and the cons of all the ways drugs and alcohol ruined your life, then do that, because sometimes it will help to see it on paper. Okay? All right, you guys. I hope this helped you. I really, really do. I love you guys so much. Y'all mean so much to me. And I will do anything I can to help any of you. So if any of you guys are struggling, just text me. I'll help you make a plan and we can do it together. Okay? But you're not alone, you guys. We're doing this together one day at a time. You can come here every night at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, and we will be doing these meetings together. But I'm going to go take a shower now. I'm stinking. I want to get this makeup off. I want to rest my old bones. Thank you to all of you guys that came and worked out with me and Nick today. I saw so many of you guys on the live stream. And you know what? When you guys are on that live stream, it makes me want to push myself even harder because I know y'all are watching me. And so when I want to quit, I don't quit because I know y'all are watching me. You know what I mean? And when I was doing those damn burpees and that other thing where I wanted to just drop on my stomach and give up. But I know y'all are watching me. So it helps me to have y'all. See? So I told you guys. Hey, June. I see all of you guys. Thank you, Sam. I love you guys. Y'all help me. So always remember that. Y'all are helping me just as much as I'm helping you, okay? All right. Love y'all. See y'all tomorrow at 4 for the workout. Nathaniel, put my phone down, you little butt.